Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I am back getting with some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero DLC Pack 3, or the Daima Pack 2 character speculation. Oh my goodness, I've been wanting to do this video forever, right? I wanted to do this video before DLC 2 even came out, just because honestly, I knew that DLC 2 wasn't gonna be the big heavy hitters, right? DLC 3 is going to be the final pack that's going to be released for the Season Pass, and once that is done and released, we're in uncharted territory. Who knows what will come? We'll do a lot more speculation videos of the future, what they could do to, help this game, right? Hopefully survive or even do better and improve. But let's focus on DLC 3 for now. I'm really excited for this one. Now, we are confirmed to have the date range, I think, between July and September of when it could release, okay? It could release at any point in time. Now, we just recently got Shallot. Okay, by the time I'm recording this, it's like, only like a week after Shallot dropped, right? So the question is, when is this actually going to release? And I still do think maybe late July, or it could be sometime maybe early August. I think that would be, fine and reasonable. I don't see this going all the way until September. I think that's a crazy wait. But because Shallot came out, they could kind of use that as like an excuse, like, oh, well, you had something in between to hold you over. So there is potential that this might take a lot longer, just depending on what comes out. Now, when it comes to the amount of characters that are left in terms of slots, okay, it says 20 plus characters, I think, is like the confirmation on the Season Pass. Now, they added Shallot in there, which was never, a thing, right? That was like a more of a last-minute decision. I don't think that was planned at all. And I don't know if he takes up a character slot, right? So what do we have? We have 11 characters, I believe, in DLC 1, and I think we have like 8 or 9 in DLC 2. So we're already at like 20, maybe 21 characters. So they really can't add a whole lot more. And I mean, I guess they could get to 30, but then it's like, I don't know, man. I guess not, because then that would kind of spoil how many characters are going to be in it. And again, they didn't really know. So I don't know. I don't know about that. The 20 plus thing, I don't want to use that too much, but we'll go over my picks and everything right now. I think these will be what we get in DLC 3. And I think this would be a really, really solid, addition, right? In terms of who's going to be added. Now, I know there's still a lot of Goku and Vegetas here, mainly Goku, because DLC 2 was like the Vegeta pack, right? We had everything for Vegeta Mini. I think DLC 3 is going to be more Goku-centric, right? So how this is going to work, I do not think he's going to get Super Saiyan 2. I just don't see a reason to do it. Now, they could do it. They gave Vegeta Mini his Super Saiyan 2, which was I was very surprised by, or at least I said, okay, either they were going to give him Super Saiyan 1 or Super Saiyan 2, but not both. But they destroyed me on that shit. They said, fuck you thought wrong. So basically, yeah, he ended up getting all of his forms, which I was happy about, right? So even though some of the stuff on there wasn't, super unique, I thought that they did a decent job, and I like having all the transformations. Believe me, I do, right? But if it's wasting a character slot, if there is a limited amount, that's not what I'm a big fan of. But I do think that there's no real reason to give Goku Super Saiyan 2, because at least Vegeta Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan had some fighting material. Super Saiyan 2 for Goku had nothing. It was just the ending animation that played after he did his Kamehameha to Tamagami 3, right? If they do include it, I wouldn't be upset or anything at all. I would actually be pretty happy, because I'm like, okay, he's going to have all his forms as well. That's great. That's great, right? We don't have a younger Goku. I mean, GT Goku, for example, does not have Super Saiyan 2. He just goes from Super Saiyan straight to Super Saiyan 3, and then he's got Super Saiyan 4, right? So for this one, if they ended up doing that, they could give him generic shit. It would probably be like Energy Blast Volley, or Full Power Energy Wave, or Key Explosion, that shit, or High Speed Rush. They would probably give him some really generic shit. And honestly, I mean, like, it's whatever at this point, right? It's very hard to, get material when there is no material. You know what I mean? Like, you have to get creative and make shit up, okay? And I know that's not really creative, but at least it gives them an excuse to, drop that form in the game whenever you weren't really expecting it. But Super Saiyan 3 has to be in. I don't see why they would leave him out, right? Obviously, we're going to get Super Saiyan 4 Goku Mini. Now, these two characters, I still believe should have been in DLC 2. The fact that they didn't include them in DLC 2 was a big issue with that DLC. And I know Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is very important, very cool, and he's pretty hype. But honestly, it's still Vegeta, and Vegeta's not going to sell compared to a Goku. They used Super Saiyan Goku Mini as if it was like some big super hype thing or anything. And it definitely was in the anime, but the fact that they were treating it as like one of the top like headliners for that DLC too, I didn't agree with. I feel like with a game like Sparking Zero, they had to drop Super Saiyan 4 in that second pack, okay? Because, for example, DLC 1, it had Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, Cell Max. This one would have done really well if it had Goku Mini Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 3 Mini Vegeta, because they're not as hype as the adult versions, but they're still pretty hype, right? And then you have DLC 3 that has Super Saiyan 3 Adult Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Adult Goku, and then Goma. Big stuff right there. Like that's like, you know, that's the trilogy. That's the triple, right? That's the Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, and Cell Max, basically, right? But yeah, we definitely got to get Super Saiyan 4 Goku in this one from the mini, right? And I'm actually really excited for him, just because like all the games have already done the adult version, and we know what he's pretty much gonna have. And don't get me wrong, I'm hyped as fuck for the adult version, okay? But the mini version is interesting because we haven't seen him in any games other than I think Super Divers, right? Or either Super Divers or the card game. One of those. I don't know. I think it was Super Divers. And that upside down Kamehameha that has the flame effect and everything is sick, dude. I thought that was so cool. They could get really creative and unique. And again, you can comment down below what you think these characters are going to have. When it comes to Super Saiyan 3 Goku Mini, he will have like, you know, at least probably some different things. They'll probably just pull it from the anime because he has animations and stuff. But I think he's just going to have like Super Kamehameha, or maybe like Ki Explosion. Like he's not going to be as crazy as people think. I don't think it's going to be that way, right? But yeah, those are going to be the Gokus, right, for this pack. And I think that would be a solid addition. Obviously, we're going to have Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta easily. They already had the mini version last DLC, so he's got a lot of cool material. I think they gave him Gallic Gun in the last one, so they have to give him Final Flash, that new Final Flash that he did. And I hope that they actually get the colors right. The Xenoverse 2, I very much love the skill, and I like the animation and like how they did it, but it didn't have that, like, it had like a rainbow color effect for the anime, and I hope that they can get that, but they probably won't, but whatever. Yeah, he's got a lot of good material because he fought Goma. Obviously, we gotta have a Goma. Now, as you see right here, there are 9 characters, okay? Again, we have like 20 or 21 characters already filled with the slots, and if you want to include Shallot, that's like 21, 22, maybe around that range. So 9 characters is already going to make it go above 20 plus. Like, I mean, that's technically 30 is 20 plus technically. So I think this is still pretty reasonable, right? I don't see any reason to give us the first form of Goma. He did nothing. There was no fighting involved with the, you know, base Goma, the little tiny one. So I don't see a reason to incorporate him. If they do, maybe they could like throw in Dagesu, I guess. Even then, it's like, what did Dagesu really do? He didn't really fight, so it's like, no. I would not. Again, I said this on Twitter the other day. Goma he's not that hype. He really isn't, okay? I like the character. I think he's funny, but even after he got the third eye and everything, he's just not really all that exciting for me. Personally, I am looking forward to seeing him because he hasn't been in any game yet, other than I think like Dokkan or whatever, which, I mean, that's not a fighting game, okay? He's not in Xenoverse 2. He's not even in Legends yet, right? And that just goes to show why they haven't included him, because he just isn't really that hype. But in Sparking Zero, I'm still interested to see how he's going to play. Now, if they do include him, there's a good chance that they might drop his giant form as well. And he's already a big guy. So then it's like, that's even more character slots. So it's like, oh, I don't even know. Obviously, we know one version of Goma is going to be in it. Okay, and he has a lot of cool, unique material, right? But I don't know, man. We'll see what they do. Majin Doo has to be in it. If they include a Majin Ku last DLC, we have to have Majin Doo. I don't think he's going to get a quote-unquote transformation, that Super Saiyan 3 thing that he did after eating the big cookie. I think that could be part of like his ultimate attack. I think that'd be a really good addition. And, you know, make his hair kind of like spike up. His hair, he didn't even have hair. But like, you know, make his head spike up. I think that'd be really cool if they opted for that as like an ultimate, okay? Now, I really, really hope we get the Tamagamis. There is a chance we don't get them, but I want the Tamagamis more than probably Goma. Okay, actually, no, I want them all. Don't get me wrong, but Tamagamis are more hype to me than Goma is. Okay, I just feel like the Tamagamis, they're just so much more interesting to me as characters. They're not villains or anything, but the way that they fought, their abilities, and how they functioned and everything, like what they portrayed in the anime, was very exciting to me. Like, I was looking forward to every single one of these fights, especially when it came to Tamagami 3. He's definitely the coolest one out of the three. Tamagami 2 has I guess in a sense, he's got like a more water-based moveset. I mean, he fought underwater. He was fighting, you know, on Demon World 2 or whatever, which was more water-based. Tamagami 1, he had like a saw sword. Tamagami 2 had, I think, a trident, and Tamagami 3 had the Mjolnir, fucking Thor hammer. Tamagami 1 was cool. I liked him, but I feel like out of all of them, Tamagami 3 was just the most interesting. His moveset is cool. He's already in Legends, so he already has like material and shit. And I mean, obviously from the anime, but yeah, I would at least hope that they would include them as well, right? And they could, you know, not include any of them, and then just give Goma his final shit or whatever, maybe throw in Super Saiyan 2 Goku. I would be pretty annoyed by that, because I would feel like I would choose the Tamagamis over any of these other guys, like their other forms. Like, I would rather have, I don't think I personally do not think there's a reason to have Giant Goma. I just don't. Okay, again, it's not because I don't want him or anything, but I'm talking about limited slots. I would much rather have Tamagamis, all three of them, because they have unique material. Okay, I want my money to go towards effort, right? I want to see that effort, right? I don't want to see them being lazy and like, oh, well, I'm just going to throw in a giant version of Goma, and he's going to have a really generic-ass, like, moveset and everything. It's like, oh, I'm going to throw in Super Saiyan 2 Goku, and he's got a generic-ass moveset. No, give me all three of the Tamagamis, because they all have unique shit from the anime. They each had their own full battles. You know what I mean? Like, there's all that material there, and you would opt for Super Saiyan 2 Goku, who showed up for 2 seconds? Like, the fuck? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think that's a pretty reasonable choice for these 9 characters if we do end up getting them. And it's crazy because shoutouts to Interesting Space here on Reddit. Credits to DBZ Variety by Shinai. I think that's how you pronounce it. They had a very similar, actually they had the exact same lineup. Okay, so shoutouts to them because they had pretty much everybody that I would choose for DLC 3 as well. Now, they also said, will these 3 characters above make the cut for DLC 3? I personally don't think we're getting any of them. Shin, I love him. He's cool. Or Nahare. Who's calling this motherfucker Nahare? No one, right? Supreme Kai, okay? He's cool. We don't even have the regular Supreme Kai. I would honestly be a little bit salty if we got the mini one over the regular, like, version of him whenever he already has he was in the previous Tenkaichi games. Like, why the fuck would you not put him, but you're gonna put in the mini one, right? So no, I don't see him making the cut. Piccolo didn't do jack fucking shit in the entirety of Daima, so no, do not put him in there. I love you, Piccolo, but we do not need your mini version because you didn't do shit, bro. You had the same basic shit you did in the other, you know, in the past, right? Like, we already have Piccolo from DBS Superhero. Awesome, keep him in because he actually has shit, right? That's cool. We don't need that, and we really don't need Super Saiyan 2 Goku because he just didn't do shit, right? We just really don't need it. Like, I feel like these picks right here, these 9 characters are perfect. It's perfection, okay? So, yeah, I think that's a good one. Let's go over my little character, I guess, like, speculation that I did on my community tab. By the way, I haven't opened up like there's like a full community where you guys can, like, you know, post shit yourself, so definitely feel free to. You have to do it on mobile, but that's, you know, available. So let's zoom in here. Got my boy Tyrese Jackson, a very, very, you know, regular here on the channel. Super Saiyan 4 Goku Daima, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta Daima, Majin Buu Tamagami's King Goma. Yep, both Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4 Mini plus Adult Goku, also Super Saiyan 3 Mini, plus Adult Vegeta Goma plus Giant. Yeah, see, if they do the Giant Goma, It's using up a character slot. I really hope that the 20 plus can just mean a little over 30, right? I think that would be fine, because if they said 30 plus, then people would be like, oh, we're getting almost like 39 characters, which obviously that's not realistic. There's no way they're going to include that many, right? Because that's a lot for only 3 DLCs, right? But yeah, I think when they say 20 plus, I think they can go a little bit, just a little bit over 30 without, you know, spoiling who could actually be in it, okay? Because if we do have the like almost exact, like when you say 30 plus or whatever, then it's like, okay, we kind of know who can get included, right? So they want to keep us guessing because they want to make it like a surprise. But yeah, same exact thing. Tamagami's Majin Buu. Majin Buu, Mini Super Saiyan 3 and 4, Adult Super Saiyan 3, Adult Super Saiyan 4, Goma Giant 4, maybe Tamagami's. Yeah. But I doubt it. Yeah, see, everybody, people know that the Tamagamis, as cool as they are, as much as I want them in, it's like, it's worrying me that we might not get them because Majin Buu and King Goma would probably, you know, overrule that if they're going to have like more stuff. And if they're trying to keep it below 30, right? Oh no, I hope they don't do that. Don't do this to me, Spike. I'm going to cry. I'm going to be pissed. Super Saiyan 2 Goku Mini. Again, I wouldn't complain if they didn't give a shit and they just end up doing a little over 30 characters. That would be fine, okay? Go ahead, throw in as many Gokus as you want, right? As long as we get the Tamagamis and Majin Buu, we'll be good to go. Because we know we're going to get the Gokus and Vegetas, and we know we're going to get King Goma in some capacity, right? But the Tamagamis, that's the thing that I'm worried about, okay? Majin Buu makes more sense because it would be really weird to have Majin Ku, but not Majin Buu. That would make no sense to me. Now here, this one is interesting. This was I think they're just being funny. Dr. Arinsu, Degesu, Shin, and Neva. At this point, they just given us what we don't ask for. Like, why did we get Pansy? I actually don't have any issue with Pansy at all. I think she was like the most unique character. It's a Ribrian situation, right? A character that not many people really care about, or even maybe they don't really like, right? I like Pansy. I think she's cool, okay? And, you know, she was an important character in the anime. So when I saw that she was added, like she was going to be in Sparking Zero, I was actually pretty hyped because I was like, what the fuck are they going to give her? And they cooked. They gave her really cool stuff. Having King Kadan show up and that shit with her ultimate is actually gas, bro. And it's very creative, and I love that, right? Like, they made a whole new King Kadan model just for her ultimate. Like, I would have to say they did a very good job on that, okay? As much as I kind of was like, DLC's kind of meh, that character they cooked, right? Yeah, probably Super Saiyan 4 would be sick. Yeah, probably, maybe. I don't know. Super Saiyan 4 might not make it, y'all. Maybe we'll get it, right? Maybe we'll get it. The next DLC character is me for sure. I knew it. I don't even know what your name is, bro. I can't even read that. Everything. It's like a run-on sentence right there. Why has everybody got these long-ass names? Do both Adult, Mini Super Saiyan 4, Adult Super Saiyan 3, Goma, and Tamagamis. Yep. Everybody been saying, like, pretty much, like, we all agree on what's going to be happening. Okay, here, look at this one. Shout out to my boy Trey. Small Goma, if they feel like cooking with the animations, they ain't going to be cooking shit, because there's nothing there, dog, all right? They're literally, the fucking Baki clip, where it's like, he's cutting up water, and he's, like, cooking the water, right? Or was it water, or was it just fucking air? It was oxygen, bro. Chemically combined bullshit. Like, they ain't shit there. Like, there's nothing there. You ain't cooking nothing. Okay, if we get anything related to the Gendamari, uninstalling this fucking game. Okay, done with it. Deleting all the DLC and anything. I am sorry to say, if you like the Gendamari, more power to you. I'm not going to be a hater to you. I'm not going to ruin it for you. But I'm just saying right now, I do not give a single fuck about the Gendamari Force. They were lame as shit. They wasted a bunch of time. They were boring. They were not funny to me. I didn't give a fuck about them. Anytime that they were on screen, you know what? The only thing I liked about them, whenever they were interacting with Majin Ku and Majin Buu, and they were trying to buy them chocolate, and they found out they really didn't have enough money, but they still bought the chocolate for them. I was like, all right, y'all ain't that bad. Y'all kind of cool. But when they were actually on screen, they were lame as shit. They didn't do anything. There was nothing productive. They could have not been in the entire anime, and it's not like they didn't do shit. They didn't do anything for the series. But if you like them, cool. Ginyu Force clears them, okay? But yeah, this dude, he went hard, bro. He went hard. You know, I ain't gonna read all this shit, but hey, he went hard, and I respect it. And I appreciate that. Like, saying Kibito is crazy, dude. This is crazy. This man was just listing every character that was shown in. Where's Bulma? Did he put Bulma on here as well? No Bulma, dude. Bulma Mini. Chi-Chi Mini. Like, Android 18 Mini. Like, oh my god, dude. When should we expect to get the DLC, bro? I honestly don't even know at this point, dude. Again, it's that range, July to September. If they wait till September, holy shit, that would be insane. Yeah, I think everybody has the same idea. I think we're all in agreement that, is that a word, agreement? We all agree that these are all the characters that should be in DLC 3, okay? If they have any more or any less than that, I wouldn't be surprised, but I just hope that there's not less than this. This should be the minimum. This is bare minimum what they should have, okay? Anything more than this, awesome. We'll take it, right? If they don't include the Tamagamis, we fucking riot. I'm just joking. But yeah, I would be pretty upset about that. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe here on the channel, ring my notification bell, comment down below what you guys want to see for DLC 3. Peace out.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.